Merry Christmas, everybody. It's Lasha Rayenko from Lasha Rayenko, Royal Pushback Aftermath. And if you're subscribed to L&L Soul Sisters, there are 265 souls in that community. You can find all of this material on the community page. The link is right there. I'm just going to get straight to my point. Merry Christmas. Happy Monday, December the 25th of 2023. And I'm just going to head straight into the point. Never forgetting leaving Neverland. This is probably part 5 or 6 of my voice only, because I don't want my face to be looked at or my gestures to be made. I just hope that you can hear the truth in my voice and my opinion. And I'm going by memory impromptu. Let's start in chronological order. Let's first talk about the one that nobody talks about, and then we'll talk about Wade Robson and Britney Spears. James Safechuck, I've already shared with you, was in that Pepsi commercial. He was 7, maybe he was 11 at the time. So I was I'm about 5 years older than him. Maybe. If I can remember the timeline, it's hard to when you're a kid. But I know it was before I got sick, and I was 11 or 12 when I got sick, so maybe I was 8. But I matured so quickly as an adult, I can't put together the timeline. But I remember being at my baba's, watching that Pepsi commercial, and my baba always used to say, "You Pepsi generation, you know, you sit there, you watch the TV, you drink the Coca-Cola. What is going on? No money, no funny, Lisa." Now this was my grandmother, Baba, trying to instill ethics in me about work and money from a very, very young age. So I'm using this example in comparison to what happened to James Safechuck. So with anybody with any intelligible thought about the issue of Ilya with a P or Isle with a P, listen, because I really want you to think about this. Leaving Neverland was filmed, 5-6 years ago, and then news springs up and then goes down. And then when you look at these things years later, just like the movie Elegy, gosh darn it, what do I need for people to understand these thoughts of depth I think they're thoughts of depth because I've had too much time to think about things. And if you want to know why, go to lasharajenko@change.org, okay? I'm just so tired of trying to be so polite and so thankful, and I'm like that, but today I've got to get this out. So James Safechuck, I had a feeling as a little kid there was something wrong with that. When I listened to Leaving Neverland and I listened to James Safechuck's mother, and she said that she'll never, ever forgive herself. And she did watch the entirety of the movie, except for the parts where they explained the very explicit things that were happening to these 2 young boys that Michael Jackson seduced. The only way I can explain Michael Jackson to people who weren't alive or have just found out about him or love him, he did a lot of good, but people they hide in plain sight. Like everybody always used to say, Taj Jackson, Paris Hilton, the son, the family. Yes, let the man rest in peace. However, The Jackson estate should be paying these men for what happened to them, for the therapy. James Safechuck, when Oprah Winfrey so kindly exploited these men with After Neverland, I've never met Oprah Winfrey. Okay, so James Safechuck is the quiet, shy guy, and the reason that he lost it, Michael Jackson ruined him. And James, you can get on your feet and fight it. And the mother has to forgive herself, and I'll get to Wade in a minute. When this came out, and everybody kept telling, oh, he didn't have a childhood. And you know why he did that stupid Martin Bashir special? Because Lady Diana, he did it very shortly thereafter, Lady Diana. That's why I'm saying these people, when I say these people, there's a difference between royalty and celebrity, but now it's so blurred, you can't tell the difference. As a Canadian, as a person in the Commonwealth, remembering my Canadian English grandparents, Nana and Papa, on my mother's side, the monarchy, no matter what you think, there are 2 statues of King Philip, Queen Elizabeth. They're on my channel, but Google it yourself and see how they put those statues together so they're immortalized. Michael Jackson has a goddamn